Hello, Francois. How are you doing today?
Hi, Steve. Nice to meet you.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about myerp.com, how you started the company, and what its mission is?
Sure. So we launched myerp.com in March 2010 on Google Apps Marketplace. So it was almost 1 year ago. And it was the first all-in-one business cloud application that can run an entire business in the cloud, from accounting to CRM. And then we came here at VentureBeat to launch our new revolutionary user interface where you can type what you want to get things done quickly.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your product and services, how this solves problems for your customer base.
Sure. So MyERP is a kind of magic. It's a completely free cloud application to run your entire business. Let's say you want to run a grocery store and you have your own language and your own logic of running your business. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to express yourself in what you want to do, like add a client, bill my time, deliver my customers. So it's easy to search for any business information. Like you can say, search for my best customers or what's my profit this month. So you talk to your application.
So apparently you're going after something that's always been a problem for ERP users, and that is navigating through the forest of possibilities, and you're making it easier, sort of like a Google search almost, with a single search line to find whatever data you want.
That's correct. It's kind of Google search, and you don't need to understand the menu or the navigation. Just going to use what you need. You mainly use 5 features in any application you use, so you just need to type those features. And then when you come back in the application, we learn what you want to do. And we also use prediction for that.
So tell me a little bit about use cases, customer cases, and how you expect people to use this and help them with their ERP tasks.
Well, first of all, we are targeting very small businesses. So today we have 45,000 customers worldwide on 100 countries, mostly US, India, and Asia and Europe. And so they are running their business, like starting with CRM features and then inventory, invoicing, accounting, project management. So it's really depends of what you want to do with MyERP. Some of our users are just using CRM, some are using the old feature set. It really depends.
So for a small company, they really can't afford the big battleship suites that are tens of thousands of dollars a year to license, and this is an affordable but thorough alternative to those.
Well, you know, even when you run a very small business and you spend $300 on QuickBooks, MyERP is free up to 2 users. And we know how much it's expensive to install a server and to use a QuickBooks multiple users application. So even for very small businesses from 0 employee to 20 employees, it's worth it.
So obviously this is a SaaS-based application that resides in the cloud.
You can really use MyERP wherever you are, home, office, holidays.
But there's nothing to install, it's really
just
pure SaaS.
Yeah, and the sign up is less than 1 minute.
And another thing, you're taking advantage of the cloud where you're able to accumulate knowledge about that company's habits and their searches and their preferences. And so that all travels with them and stays in the cloud.
So what we do crowdsource. Like for example, you're in Spain and you're using MyERP for that. So we know what they're using in this country. So when you first sign up to the application, we know how to push the most popular action that you will use for your country, your type of business, and your type of profile of user.
So you're building on some of the mind share that has been created by social CRM.
It's a kind of social, like, sharing information in the enterprise, which is key, like Google Apps does.
So there are collaboration elements built into it?
Yes, you can, for example, assign an employee to a task or to an invoice or a quote, so you can have a workflow.
So this workflow, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about things like Chatter, which have extremely good integration with CRM apps and stuff like that?
Yeah, Chatter is good for, let's say, mid-sized enterprise. We are more targeting small businesses, and we have Google Apps for that, so they can chat on Talk. And it's a small business, so you're going to talk with your colleagues like that.
So leveraging the Google Plus and so on.
Yeah, more than that.
That's great. That's great. Great. So it looks like you've been doing quite a bit of future envisioneering just to get to this point. Would you mind telling the viewing audience what your future vision is?
Yes, some features that we are building right now are quite private and confidential, but mainly what we are working on to improve language recognition and prediction. Let's say you type, I want to create a new customer, I want to add a new client, and we know what you mean with that. And so we are improving this part.